No, Market Minutes. Gas station. Yeah, I am. Nope, I'm on East. Nah, I'm wide awake now. I took a slight nap. I'm wide the hell awake.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Why?
Ah.
You mad at me if I do?
You can hear me and see me? Okay, good. So that's all the reading we're gonna do for tonight. I think the devil got mad at us. That's what I think. I was telling too much stuff. He's like, nah, you can't be telling it like that. I kind of a good part too. When you pray, do not beg. Demand what you want and insist upon getting exactly that. No substitutes. hmm A lot of us be settling. Go after what you want and get it. Okay? And it's not people, okay? Just so we're clear. Go after the things that you want, not people. Not people. Okay? You can have the idea of somebody or their equivalent, but not that exact person. Des! How are you? Mm-hmm. How are you, Des? That was weird. What was weird? Because you had just hopped on, right? You had just hopped on and started reconnecting. I'm telling you, listen, when we start reading stuff like that, it could be, I was joking, but it could also be, uh, everything that we read is a little testy for some people. And some people don't want you to know all these things. So that's why things automatically just start to glitch and stuff, Mm-hmm. You understand, Andrew. You understand. The poll question was good. Did you answer the poll question before I brought it down? It was long because I can't. I cut my and turned my internet off because I think when I pair the two together, that's when we start having those issues. It starts to glitch real bad. So I was like, no, I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah. That part was very interesting. That part was really good. I was getting really into it. Mm. Dang it. But yes, I love this book. By the way, you can also get it. Right now, I'm reading it from Libby, which is the version that's on online from the library. So that's what I'm reading right now. Once I finish, you're more than welcome to borrow it. Or you can borrow it from your library, I guess. I like older books. Okay, did you? Oh, okay. So you answered the one with they're already gone, yeah. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I should ask y'all, who... Maybe I'll ask that tomorrow. I'll save that one for tomorrow. And see if you know. I bet you already know, though. But I'll ask it tomorrow. I won't ask it today. Hey, Bontago. Okay, so Heavy, the book is actually, right now, it says we're on page 59 of 133. But I have the way that it's written in this book, because it's probably like a Kindle type flip type thing, is it's 133 pages, but it's two to a page though. So if I were to double it, then you're looking at probably 266 pages of this particular book that we're reading right now, which is interesting because for a long time I had only heard the audio version, and I had never even heard the beginning of this with Napoleon Hill and the stuff that he was going through. I didn't even know that was a thing. I had only heard the interview portion. So I'm like, oh my gosh. As soon as you answered it, cut off. Dang. Glad you was in the number though. You made it. Hey Joshua. But the book is good. The book is a good read. Yeah. So we'll finish this book out. We got what? I read 2 pages a day. We're 60 page, technically like 60 pages in. We still got what, like 60 something pages to go. If I read like 4 pages a day, you just like 4 times 20 is 80. You knew I haven't. Why? Why you think it happened? Why do you think it happened? The part you have to read. I know, right? That was good, right? You said, am I a real AI? Who? Me or somebody else? Because I feel like no AI. I haven't seen no AI tweet nobody here. Tizin. Tizin. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that book is getting right. And that's why I wanted to read y'all this book, because it's a really good book. And it definitely poses some different questions to you, right? It definitely gives you like a, interesting. I always tell you that my goal here is just to give you a different perspective than all the things that you have ever heard or learned on YouTube, right? Give you a different perspective on life so that you can formulate your own opinion and not be a drifter, right? I don't want you to be a drifter, right? I want you to realize that you have complete control of your life, and if you fall or you fail at something, just get back up. Most people fail 2 or 3 times and they've given up because it's just the end of the world and they can't do it and blah 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 blah. Keep going, okay? Just like, have you ever heard even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? So even if you do keep failing, at some point you are going to get it right, okay? That is inevitable. That is a no-brainer. You will always come to that. If you keep going, something's going to happen where everything is going to line up, okay? Hey, Scrap, you like my dance video? Oh, that was fun. I have not done that in a while. Because there's a lot on that video. Because there's a lot of that. Oh, the AI stuff. No, I'm real. I like being real. It's kind of fun. It's kind of easy to do, just be myself. That's why, that's probably one of the reasons why I started my YouTube, because I knew there was so much AI though. And there are so many people who don't like being on camera. I was like, if you do the opposite and be on camera, most people are too afraid to do it. Most people are, what was it? 80% of the population is scared of being on camera or speaking to large groups of crowds and being in public. And then, they said there was a study done that said if somebody is giving a eulogy, they would rather be the one in the casket than to give the eulogy. I was like, what? That scared, being that fearful is crazy to me. but I don't mind being out here talking to you and stuff. So mine is more so, I think, the large crowds of people with all these beady little eyes looking back at me. But I feel like in my brain, I've heard the term, not what kills you make you stronger, the other one. I feel like I'm gonna love it. That's what I feel like. You to my casket cozy. Stop it. Oh, dog. Stop. Stop it. that's so cringe. It's a reason. It's a reason. It's easy. Right. It's easy. Yeah, and so most people do. Most people just give up. I was like, no, keep going. Now, granted, it's not for everybody. But the things that you can get to when you do more of the things that you want. And stop settling. That's it, literally just what he said. He said, do not pray. Or not, he said, when you pray, do not beg. Don't beg for it. Just demand it. Like, hey, this is what I want. This is what we discussed. That's why I tell you, right? I'm like, God, this is not what we discussed. This is not what we discussed. We did not discuss a 9 to 9. That's what I know for sure. Definitely not. I definitely didn't put that in my contract. But let me go back and look at the fine print. Because the contract that I signed with God, that's not what it said. It did not say we were going to work in a physical location from 9 to 9. 6 days a week. And today I work today. So that's 7. That was not what we discussed. Can I tie your hair? You want to tie my hair? You can wash it, style it. That would be great. Robert laughing at me. Let me see here. Humans don't know what they want. That part. When you ask somebody what they want, and they say, "Oh, I don't know." Right? That part. That's why they say cooking, right? Men cook and women just eat. Because if you ask us what we want to eat, there are so many options. There's so many options. So many options. But hey, I'm cooking. What you cooking? Okay. And then she'll eat it. Oh, okay. Cool. Sounds like a plan to me. When you give me too many options, and that's what causes stagnation in our society, is the fact that we have so many options. You ever notice when you go to a place, now if you've gone to a place for a long amount of time, then you kind of know what everything is that they order or have there to order. But if you're going somewhere new and they have one of these menus and it's like 8 different pages of stuff and everything looks good, what do? You keep telling them you need more time, right? Because you have too many options. That is also why people have a hard time in marketing and sales, is because you give people too many options. People like to know that you mean what you say and that you know what you're doing, and then you provide them with what? How many options at the most? What do we say? Which package? A or B? Maybe at the most a C. Because that way people feel like they've made a choice and they've made a decision. And it was their decision as opposed to it being your decision. Even though they would rather you be like, just tell me what to do. Right? Alright, let's see here. I'm doing like caramel. I'm just oh goodness, are you taking your hair down? I'm just twisting it up so I can have a little puff to it tomorrow because it lost its form. I like my hair to have a little bit of shape to it. Can I tie my hair with my feet? You want feet pics, sir? That's extra. That'll cost you. Let me see here. Okay, Heavy said. Yeah, we're just retwisting. The devil knows there are a lot of temptations out here. Most people will fall for as well. Yes, agreed, Heavy. Yeah, because it's so easy, right? It's so much easier to fall back on old habits than to start new ones. So like, as I'm learning and growing and even working now, I come across a lot of men, yeah. And I came across one, and he talked about him being separated. And so he was like, "Well, I'm separated now. I'm good. I don't have no problems. I don't have no commitments or nothing. I don't have no kids or nothing." And I was like, "But you still have to go through the process." Process. I'm done. I'm done. The process of healing, the split that y'all have incurred. I don't know if she's moved on or not, but as soon as you see her with somebody else, those same feelings are still gonna come back. All that stuff. Like, you have to. I was like, you call it rebound for a reason, right? You need that time to get through the things and work through them. Why it didn't work out. Figure out what that was and why it didn't work out, to move and be better in the next relationship. But if you don't have time to process that, really, okay. Who's to ask? These I usually ask if I don't get a for sure answer. You got it, Andrew. But, I don't know, but what you eating? Listen, I would have ate hours ago if you had brought it, right? You was waiting on me. I didn't eat till, let me see what time I ate. What time did I eat today? I was hungry at 3. I didn't eat till 7. It's like, dang. Now, granted, there was a lot going on today, but, and I knew it. This particular time, I knew exactly what I wanted, but I just could not get there. He should be charging per time. Right. But that's so Asian. Listen. Stay out of my business. I'm supposed to like oh, so when I say I'm just twisting the hair around itself, as in retwisting, but when you have locks, apparently they lock it, so it's almost like a relocking, which I had not understood that until I was doing like the hair podcast, and I came across a lady, and we talked to her, and she told us that they have to, you relock the hair within itself. I was like, that's how it stays locked. I said, oh, no idea. I grew up in Florida. I grew up here. I think it's weird coming back after all this time. Cause I was burst out. You hear me? I was like, pew, pew, pew. As soon as I got out of school, I was 17 years old. I was gone. I was like, bye. Pew, pew. Gone. This is the first time I've been back this long in 20-something years. Got to April. I don't like sit for a long amount of time. Blush, best Florida rapper. Is those the only two options I got? What else you got? It's always a healing process. Exactly, Andrew. Everything, after you leave any relationship is always a healing process. And even though he said it had been a year, you can feel somebody's energy, right? You feel somebody's energy, right? And you can tell by their demeanor, by the way that they talk, by the way that they have conversations with you, that sometimes, well, I've learned over time now that some people just be, what's the quote, blowing smoke. Like, you ain't learned nothing. I know you ain't learned nothing, because I can tell. He was like, you remind me so much of her. Then that's a no anyway. But you're different. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's a no for me. And she sounded just like you. And then he started to make a joke. He said, I sound like an old fat white lady. He didn't know I was gonna be looking like this from my voice. He was like, just like a well, he didn't say old. He said, sound. I thought it was gonna be like a just like an average old white, average white lady, like fat white lady. I was like, oh, okay, right? And so we laugh and we giggle. You're already gone. You're already dead to me. Okay. When you laugh and make jokes about the person that you want to get, we are not in the sandbox. We are not in the sandbox anymore. Where we would, we like throw and punch each other and like knock her down. Like that's how you show you like her. Making jokes about me. That is not how you get this one. If you laugh, and you joke, and you be like, how are you? You're like 12? You're like 13 years old? And then I tell you I'm my 30s. Oh, you got a man? No, you just said child. You just said I was a child, sir. That is a no for me. Then you make fun of me? That is a no. I don't care how you put it. Are you trying to get back in the door? The door is closed. The door is closed. It's sealed. Super glued, bricked, concrete, whatever you want to call it. You can't come to back there. Nope. You cannot come back through. Have a good day, sir. Have a good day. Have a good day. I can code switch on you real quick. Okay, have a great day. That's it. You're done. Oh my gosh. Okay. That'll be the last thing you should do. Right. The last thing you should do is make fun of somebody. One and done. Especially when you deal with somebody like me. Alright. Like this would not be my normal, and that's something I also to ask. Like, I don't dress, this actually isn't that bad, but from like how I used to dress till now, oh my gosh, no. I want my high heels, I want my boots, I want my fishnet stockings, I want my skirts, I want my dresses. This outfit right here is so not me. It's just so comfortable. It's so regular. I'm like, but I'm around so much, you know. It's just I can't dress like I want to dress. So I'm in this, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not me. Not all day. Not to be like this all day, every day. No. I like to dress up. So 2026 is gonna be very interesting. Very, very interesting, because we got to get back to where we used to be. In there. Scrap said one and done. I type to call out fake people laughing, fake energy, whatever. Right. What if he sincerely apologized? You wouldn't give him a second chance? It's not Christian like. Oh, well, that's where you. Hey, watch. You lost me a Christian. Spiritual, not Christian. Spiritual, not Christian. Yeah, I did that for a long, long time. Christ consciousness. If you had said Christ consciousness, the lady that I hugged today gave me a little baby. I don't say baby Jesus, but a little Jesus. I left it on the desk. It was cute. It's a little Jesus. Calm down now, like me. Conceited came to mind. Who? I didn't say nothing about conceited. We just talked about it. It says, when you pray, do not beg. Demand what you want and insist upon in getting exactly that. No substitutes. We just said that. I just read that. Do you want me to read it to you again? It says in chapter 5, the confession continues on page 59. If you are, if you times that by 2, that is maybe what, 1/8, is that 118? Page 118. Number 8 says, when you pray, do not beg. Demand what you want and insist upon in getting exactly that with no substitutes. So, you know, my kiki, I'm already like, I should have already been like, yeah, I'm not interested. I shouldn't even kiki. I'm so not interested. You could try to saute. The answer is no. The answer is no. You can tell a lot about a person by their demeanor, by their delivery, by their conversation, by their how they came to you, right? By the way that they speak, by the way that they're dressed, their facial features, right? All of that. How the people that I work with interacted with them, right? Like all of this stuff. Say what? Heck no, why should she? Let me see here. Do you like Karens? Karens, the ones who be acting a fool. Not really. They do too much. What if they make a mistake down the road? What if who makes a mistake down the road? What you mean? Hola, hey Duan. So do you believe it was your fault for not stopping him ahead of time? Do I believe it was my fault for not stopping him ahead of time? Cause I'm at work. What I've noticed is I don't care how many times I tell you no, you're still going to try. That's what I notice. That's what I know. As men folk, I could say no 1,000 times and you're still gonna ask 1,001. It makes no difference. Hey Joseph. Prayers for the one answer. That's because that's the Catholic Church. That's not helping. Scrap. That's not helping. You can call that. You can tell all that. It sounded like you are working with the CIA. No, but I was brought here. I tell you, I'm a Gemini, right? I was brought here for communication. My entire life, the only thing that I've ever done was communication. I went to school and I majored in. I started off in psychology, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much reading. I don't want to do this. So then I left that and then started doing sports medicine. I learned a little bit about sports medicine, which is why I'm very like health conscious, right? Then left that, went to broadcast journalism. When I did broadcast journalism, I interned at radio station. Then I worked for PBS. Then I DJ'd for 10 years. And then I feel like I did something else. Then I worked at the church where I was doing directing of the TVs and the screens for the service. And then I would do the bulletins. And then now here I am, fast forward all this time, now I'm talking to you. Everything in my entire life has always been communication, has always been people. I know, and I'm learning more about people each and every day. The stuff that I was learning was the stuff that I was just subconsciously feeling about people. Now I have intention and more awareness behind it. And then remember, we did the chakras and compatibility, right? So we did the chakras and compatibility. I'm reading the astrology and stuff. So everything that's coming to me now, all of it makes sense. I'm getting pieces and parts from everything and I'm putting it all together into one. And I was like, oh. So now I just can't turn it off now. So not CIA, but everything plays a part when you add them all together. By the way, we're going to do that again. I'm chakras and compatibility. It makes sense to do it in February because it's love, right? So I'll postpone it till I'll finish reading this book, Outwitting the Devil, first, and then we'll go back to the chakras and compatibility, okay? So that way we're not confusing anybody. What's up, cuteness? Hey, Bruce. How are you? Hey, Lamar. Okay, sometimes I may say something that might go over bad, but I will not be hard. It's fine. Don't feel bad about it. Everybody's not everybody's person. I was just watching, what's his name? Taylor Coe. I watch him on Instagram. I like him. And he mentioned it like an avocado. He said a lot of women are not necessarily great at dating because they pick one that's not ready. And he was like, picking a man that's not ready is essentially picking a avocado that's not ready. When you touch it and it's hard and it's firm, you don't blame the avocado for not being ripe. You don't blame the avocado for not being ready. You simply just put that one down and pick up another one. The same thing you would do if you are looking to date somebody who really wants a long-term relationship, who wants family, who wants commitment and stuff like that. Just pick another avocado, right? It's not that you have to try and make this one like, well, if I wait and I put him on the counter and then I put him in I got it. I'm going to take him. I'm going to put him in the black. I'm going to put him in the brown paper bag. I'm going to roll him up and put him on the counter for 2 days and then he's going to be ready. That doesn't mean he wants you though, right? He might be riper, but doesn't mean he's ready. And then he may feel bad for not wanting to hurt your feelings, and then you get in something that you don't really want to be in. The ones who are ready, the ones who are willing and ready and have done the work will, in a sense, I've heard the term, I love the term, prepare a place for you. If he's ready, he will prepare a place for you. If he's not, then he won't. And so I've encountered a few men who's like, I'm ready. I was like, you literally just... I remember the guy telling me he was like, I just got my place. He just got his own place. Like, picked up the keys that same day. Sir, you are not ready. You are not ready. You're not ready. You haven't moved in, you haven't unpacked, you haven't settled in anything, you don't know where anything is. And it's not even material things of that. It's the, I got my own place. I'm in my own place. Let me just sit with that, right? Let's enjoy the fact that you can close your eyes and know that there's a roof over your head. Just enjoy that. Stop trying to rush stuff. Hey, right? Can we see the manager treating me? Makes a mistake down the road. Then what? Oh, makes a mistake down the road. We all make mistakes. Hey, Brando. Um, I want you to think of it like this because it's 11 people, 11 likes. Don't forget double tap that screen to like this live and also subscribe. If you are new to our channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Aysia Smiles. We go live each and every evening around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. The current time is 12:32 a.m. Also, let us know where you're tuning in from. I promise we do not bite, so don't be shy. To answer your question, let me see here. Yeah, so I'll make mistakes. Hey, Brando. Two, that's because you're probably saying it in a no, not teasing way, you know. Oh, gotcha. I don't mind flirting. I don't mind the banter, right? I'm. That's just who I am. In most cases, I don't mind doing that. However, where I'm at, I don't plan on staying. Because we've had this conversation, right? Where I'm at, I don't plan on staying. And so the people, I think I said this to you before, right? The people who you see in passing, we call that low barrier of entry, right? Because you shoot your shot, but I'm at work. I can't go nowhere. I can't really say nothing. I can't really turn you down because I'm at work. So I'm at work. However, the type of person that I would desire would not be somebody who just I'm seeing in passing coming, off the street coming for work stuff. It would be somebody at a different location. It would not be in passing. It would not be at work. It would not be at a grocery store. It would not be, you know, out the mall. None of those things. None of those things are exciting to me. Millennial Pride, yes, it does. Understood. It's funny. What's February? February, we're gonna do chakras and compatibility again. I'm gonna continue to do that. It's gonna be probably I want to do it at least maybe 2 or 3 times a year. That's gonna be our thing. Okay. I'm like, oh yeah, she does say chakras and compatibility. Yeah, we're gonna do it at least 2 or 3 times a year. Yes, that's my hand in the picture. If you know, you know. Hey, Dawn, if you know, you know. Right? There's things that I've learned that I can teach, but you have to experience, right? I realize that I'm older. I realize that there are a lot of things that there are people behind me who have yet to learn, right? Just like when you were younger and there were people who were telling you stuff, you're like, yeah, that will never be me, or that. I tell people, keep living. Oh, I'll never do that. Keep living, and the older you get, the more you start to shut your mouth. And be like, you know what? Let the people go on about their business. Let them people do whatever they're going to do. Because you remember at that age when you did it, right? When you see youngins out here, you're like, dang, look, why she dressed like that? Why she ain't got no clothes on? Because when you was in your 20s, you would dress like that and you ain't had no clothes on. Now she cold and she's sick and she worked out. But, hey, you have to go through the things. You have to have the experiences to know, man, that we had a time back then, right? We can laugh and joke about it now. Remember when so-and-so did so-and-so? Because we had to have the experience. And so I still encourage, people who are younger, you still got to live life. You still have to go through the things. I can tell you not to do it. But if you like the boy, you want to travel half the world to go see him, and then he turns out to not be the one. I could say I told you so, but you needed to have the experience to know he is not the one. he said a lot of things, but he couldn't cash the check that he, you know what I mean? The check that he gave you bounced. Hey. But that's cool, because you know what? You young. You ain't really know how to write the check anyway. You ain't even know how to cash it yourself. Okay, let me see here. Do you know why I try to go live? It says I'm like, oh, so you have to wait till 500 subscribers, Brando. I think 500. You're so close. And then once you get to the place where you can go live, then they make you wait. They was like, congratulations, you're eligible. Please wait 24 hours. He's still gonna wait 24 hours after you get unlocked. And I can't remember if it's an automatic unlock or if it's like you gotta press a button to submit to go live. I think it's when you go live to submit to go live, then that's when they tell you 24 hours to unlock it. He just makes a mistake. LOL, adults. What really can happen other than us having an adult conversation without feelings being involved? Anything else? Keep pushing. Right. I gotcha, Andrew. Yeah, your mic isn't broken. I don't know what happened with my mic last night. I think it's because I muted, unmute. They was like, okay, we're calling it a night. She must be, we're going to quiet her tonight. I don't know what happened. I was like, no, you can't hear me. I'm here. I was like, they was like, Aysia, she's doing this on purpose. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to press it. I'm trying. Y'all couldn't hear me at all. Okay, man wants you to help him unpack moving into right. So we could both be on the floor. You just got. It wasn't like he wasn't like he moved from another place to another. He literally just got the keys. He wasn't anywhere before that. He's not ready. He's not ready. Like, I applaud you for the come up, sir. I promise you I do. I applaud you for that. I applaud you for from getting out of your current situation and moving to a better situation. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Enjoy that time. Enjoy that peace. Enjoy that quiet. Enjoy that making your place that bachelor pad or whatever, you know what I mean? Just being able to do nothing, laying around all day, go, walk around the house naked, whatever you want to do. Enjoy that. Enjoy it before you try and move somebody else in and create something with somebody else when you haven't created the space for yourself, because nothing has been planted. There is no foundation there, right? I'm looking for somebody who already has a foundation already laid, who has already built something. You know what time it is? Yuck, Dewan. What does conversation have? If you want to answer, I'm usually like a 5-year person, and after 5 years, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry to head on out. I'm about to go. You got a good 5 years. Listen, I call it, at this point, 5 years with the option to renew. If you can get me to that 6, you a bad mama jumper. Cause I don't know. Shout out to Carlton. He just passed away like last month. Bad Man, the one who sung Bad Man Pajama. Facts. That's why I have FaceTime before everything. Just don't get too comfortable. Am I ready for what? No, we're getting the house together. Can't move in my house as I don't want to move in your house. Rent it out like I'm about to move together. If you build a foundation with him, it's part yours. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm not at the age to build with you. I've done those things already. You know what I mean? Like, I'm almost at this stage. I want something that's already built. Now, if I try something that's already built and then I don't like it, then maybe I'll say, okay, well, maybe I want to build. maybe I want a new build. I don't want a new build. That sounds like a lot of work, like a new build where we're building together. That means we're literally laying the foundation, we're laying the concrete, we're laying the thing. We gotta buy the plot. We gotta find the land. We gotta purchase the land. We have to get the surveyors to figure out if it's residential or not, right? Then we gotta get contractors and stuff out. They gotta help us put this together, right? Because when you building together, that takes time. I don't want that. I want that foundation already laid. Not to say that everything has to be done, all the furnishing, all the fixings, all the no, not all that, but that foundation gotta be solid. That foundation has to be solid. Okay? I need the beams up under there, right? I don't know if I even want like a crawl space underneath the house. I don't even, do I want it like a slab? I almost fucking need to be like a slab. Let me think on it. Robert, why are you laughing at me? Shoot. We done been there. We done did that. Because if you have to keep asking me, hey, babe, what you think? What you think? What you think? What you think? I think this not gonna work. Stop asking me. You don't know? I think we need to do something different. Yeah, I need you to have ideas. Tamaka. Robert said, get him, sis. Robert, what number are we at? And because Robert keeps tally of the amount of people that we have, there is no way that I would be able to come to do this without having a filter and a fine-tooth comb on what it is that I'm looking for, right? Because he'll tell you the number we have, and out of that number, that's a lot of people, right? I'm not gonna have 14,000 husbands. I'm not gonna do that. That sounds exhausting. Look, Robert said, oh gosh. Could you imagine going on a date with that many people? In like a year or something? Because that's how long we've been online. For almost a year. Right? Think about that. Could you imagine? You would have to go on like, what, 3 dates a day, I think? That's since the beginning, right? But since the beginning, we haven't even hit a year yet. We're only at January what? January 4th? January 12th would be a year. So within that time, 1,022. That would be how many dates I would have to go on. Assuming that my person was in this 1,022. Who got time for that? Yes, I can. He's not ready. Because that's what. Right. Right. Because I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay here. So it doesn't make any sense to really entertain. Go on at least 2 dates and never know. Paper shoes. Oh, I don't have paper shoes now. It's much nicer will come to me. Life is tough ups and downs. Life is beautiful. I'm not fussing about anything. Life is good. Life is good. I don't even want to say it's tough. I don't even like the term tough, because when I say life is tough and rough and hard and you can't do this, you can't do that, those things take form, right? Those things really become a hard physical thing, and then you're like you're in concrete. I don't want that. So I don't even gonna say that stuff. Life is what you make of it. Life is exactly what you make of it. And I am enjoying what I'm making. Your person will present themselves, and you will know. Exactly. I agree. I feel like it'll be like a... You ever seen The One? It was a show. It was on Netflix or something. It was years ago. I feel like it should have been more seasons, but I think it was on one season. But I like that show. And basically it was like everybody... The One is where everybody... They couldn't find... They had to get a database, but they had enough information to put together so that they could find that person's soulmate. They with like a strand of their hair, their DNA or whatever, they could find that person's exact soulmate. Of course, some of them had passed on, then some of them were deceased, some of them were already married to other people, right? But the only thing was they had to find, how do we get the database to start? It was like, we can find your match, we just need the database. So that's kind of how it started. But it was really interesting show. And then once they found their soulmate, it was almost like that. Like they would like lock eyes, and they'd be like, "Have I seen you somewhere? Do I know you from somewhere?" You know what I mean? It's like that instant attraction to that person, and then after that, they could not, like be away from each other, or they would constantly be like, like what about this person? Yes, I believe in soulmates, but I also believe that you have several soulmates within your lifetime, and family and friends can be soulmates as well. So not all soulmates are like relationships, like romantic relationships. Just like you date multiple people now, right? You have several to choose from. I think every lifetime is a little different, but I could have, right, the fact that you have come across my page and I've had 1,022 of you means that maybe at some point in time, right, we may have been soulmates in some way, shape, or form on a different plane at a different time, right? Which is why you probably came across my path, because maybe we was together. We could have been brother and sister. We could have been partners, right? Business partners. We could have been husband and wife. Who knows? Who knows, right? Let's see here. Wow, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm about to get off here. No, Scott, we are not talking about cartoons. Cartoons was last night. That was fun, by the way. Thank y'all for doing that with me. That was so much fun. I never thought of that. Oh, thank you, AZ. Let's try it. Let's see here. Don't wait too long. Asian men ultimately make the decision, especially the man you're in search of. You make the decision when you're ready, right? You have to be ready, and she has to be ready, and y'all have to be ready together. If you're not ready and she's ready, then that's not gonna work, right? And then if you're ready, and then right, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I just said it, right? Or if she's not ready, then you're ready. Yeah, they both gotta be ready at the same time, and they gotta be on the same wavelength, and want the same things, right? And want the same values. I've had people that I've liked and wanted to do it just wasn't. It wasn't time. It wasn't time. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm exactly what Andrew said. I'm exactly what Andrew said right now. I'm not ready. I'm just enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my life. I would say whatever happens, happens. He would have to catch me in passing. Like, you know. Wiley and I talked about it. I think I'm supposed to marry a pilot. That makes the perfect sense. Being a pilot, you know? Fly me somewhere. Mm-hmm. Sounds lovely. We're making the decision for the man in sort of. Wait. There's outside factors and changes. We must be able to adapt when it say tough. When I say tough, it means not always roses and ice cream. Maybe speed. Nope, not cartoons. I was wondering. Oh, yeah, last night was a lot of fun. Last night was a lot of fun. Shout out to our baby. How do you know you're ready, Sean? Remember when we talked about the 4 phases of a man? It didn't come from me. It came from another person. But do you remember that? We talked about the 4 phases of a man. HTX. Because I think a lot of people say, well, you may be ready for a relationship for somebody to be with. But your version of I'm ready and my version of I'm ready are 2 completely different versions, right? You may just want somebody right up under you all day. That's what you say, I'm ready to have somebody right up under me. And I'm like, there's so much more to it than that. Right person, wrong time. I dealt with that before. Oh, AZ, yes. Right person, wrong time. Why women always talk about vibrations and wavelengths? Because that part is very important to us. That part is extremely important to us. Extremely important to us. Alright, let's see here. I understand fully. Thank you, YouTube. I guarantee that's not. Well, I guarantee you that's he'll not be a pilot. Why you think he's not gonna be a pilot? I just read to you, when you pray, do not beg. Demand what you want and insist upon getting exactly that with no substitute. Stop it. Stop trying to kill my vibes. It's a must. Someone search on me. Hey, Mac. I'm gonna apologize. All right. The people say a lot of things. I'll be looking for the backup statements. I'm looking for the action that matches the words. The words sound lovely, right? Like a job interview where you write like all the things you could do on paper. Like, oh wow, you do all of these things, really? And then well, where are your references? Oh, I don't got none. Oh, now you don't got no references. Cause you're lying. Hey, Butch. Right. Because if you think you go smooth talk me, you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's so funny. I'm calling you right back, okay? Okay. Of the belief that your true partner is less about perfection and more about your true compatibility. Mm-hmm. I like that compatibility. Chakras and compatibility. Yes. We'll see. Hey Rupert. Hey Nashawn. See you next time. Come on, Dawn. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Yep. I like being might work for airline. Hey, heal for all. I did put on what did I put on today? Oh my god. It's some kind of body spray. It smells really good though. Thank you. Hey Scrap. Right person. Wrong time. Story of my life. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But then what? So if you are getting the same results every single time, you got to change the input. You have to change the input to get a certain output. So if that is the story of your life, what do you need to do differently so that you get a better story? You get a better ending. You're describing your perfection. And who is that? That's not perfection. People will be ready. Then one or both. Change love can, if you want to overcome hiccups. Hey, Clint. How am I saying perfection? I didn't say perfection. I just say established. Just established. I've met a lot of men that are established. The ones that are coming my way now, no, they're definitely not established. The ones that I've met in the past have been established. Yeah. Like the men I've dated were not bad by any means. They all had their stuff together. What was that? Oh, it doesn't. Let's be realistic. What doesn't work like? I don't know what that means. Hey R1SLDN. Never watched that. So, how are you? Too much dangerous. What's dangerous? Right. I agree, Dawn. Yeah. People change other people's. Remember, we talked about drifting, right? We talked about drifting. If I am in a boat with you and I don't have a destination, then most oftentimes you have to have the destination. If you don't have the destination, we just out here floating. We just out in the middle of nowhere. And if I get with you and you have no destination and I have a destination, then either you're coming along with me or we're now we're not drifting over here. Nevertheless, Mr. Parliament. All right, I can't read all this because I gotta go to bed. It is getting late. This is 1 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I love y'all, but I gotta get off here. Okay. As always, my name is Aysia Smiles. I wish I had put up another poll question because we had a lot of people on the second time around. Thank you, Andre. Andre, I want an animation. Give me an animation. I like the one with like the dogs and all that stuff. The really cute ones. Okay. Nevertheless, thank you. I'm trying to figure out what the 100 means. Is it just 100? Okay. Hey, surfer. Tell me you ever have a 6'3" handsome guy. Yeah. He was 6'2" though. Yep. Done that. Check. What else? Let me see. Oh, we have a birthday. Happy birthday, Wonton. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. All right, let's see here. Do you play the DJ? I was the DJ. Yeah, I DJ for a long time. Asia can never be the problem. I will tell you that I won't say that I was the problem. I will say that I didn't have the boundaries that I have now. And I was the drifter. And then whatever relationship I was in, wherever they wanted to go, I went with them. And then I realized I don't like this. I don't want this. This was never nothing that I desired. But because I didn't have a place and I was just drifting, I went with them. Now I have a place. Now I have a desire. Now I know where I want to go. So no, I don't want to drift. I don't want to do that. So it may sound to you like I'm being really hard and real unrealistic, but I've already done those things. And those things did not give me what I desired. So I no longer want to do that drifting, and I want to stay on my own path. And then if that person doesn't meet me there, then that's fine. That's fine. Because this particular stage of my life, we are choosing Asia anyway. Nothing to take me off course, nothing to take me off my path. All right, I love y'all. I am calling it a night. As always, my name is Aysia Smiles. We go live each and every evening around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. The current time right now is 1:04 a.m. Okay. As always, keep smiling, keep shining. You got this. Dreams come true. Not for you. Just need a little bit of what? Elbow grease. I love you. 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 I love you so much. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Remember, your homework is always the same. Tell yourself I love you in the mirror for 1 minute every single day. If you don't have a mirror, no worries. Take your phone, turn it to front-facing camera, and say this after me. I love you. Okay? It may feel weird. It may feel cringy. It may even make you cry. That's okay. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Our work works. It either works on you or it works for you. But it works. Okay? I will see you on tomorrow. Bye.